Hey man, what did I do to you? Let's get into it. All right, guys, how you doing again? This is Emmett Stallworth, the Alpha Builder. Guys, I'm coming on here. This right here video was inspired by a situation I had going on. And the situation is, guys, typically in a week's time, within every 2 weeks, I always reach out and call certain builder friends of mine just to make sure that we're collabing, make sure everything's going okay, make sure if there's anything in the market that's going on that I should know about to kind of help me navigate in what I'm doing. And so I got it's probably about 6 or 7 builders, man. Most of them are African-American. Some of them are white. And I reach out to guys, but there's one particular builder, African-American guy. I was reaching out to him and he just never would pick up. So, a month went by. It's like, man, what's up with this guy? He won't, for some reason he won't pick up because we'd talk at least twice a week. I mean, a lot. But then a couple of weeks been going by, he won't pick up. So I reached out to him. He never would pick up. It's just like, man, what's going on? And I started thinking it was, he might have been sick or something. So I really need to reach him, So I actually called him from another phone, guys. I usually have another phone for my, sometimes my subcontractors don't want to answer. So I call them from another phone so they don't see my name pull up, just to kind of hold them accountable. But I called him from that phone. I know he didn't have that phone, guys. But I think he did. But he still didn't pick up. So I was like, man, something's wrong with this guy. And so, to make a long story short, guys, we use some of the same subcontractors, and the subcontractor that I use said, well, hey, man, I talk to him just about every week, It's like, man, why this guy won't call me? So come to find out, the reason that he wouldn't call me, he don't want to, he don't really want to engage with me too much anymore, is because he said I put too much information out on YouTube about the building industry. He said I put all this information out here on YouTube and I'm just giving away all the secrets. I'm giving away all the building secrets, and builders are, we're not going to be able to make any money because you're telling everybody how to do everything. This is the word that came back to me. As they say it, this is what the streets are saying. Let me say this right here, guys. I can give you step-by-step details on construction, on residential construction. And you're still gonna have a very difficult time doing it. Guys, and I'll be honest with you, if I wasn't in building, let's just say, for instance, I was a full-time instructor. Well, I am, but let's just say, for instance, guys, I didn't know anything about construction. I was just working a regular 9-to-5 job. I had a little time on my hand and stuff like that. Guys, I still would not, from what I know about construction, I still would not do it myself. Now, mind you, that may be the people who are out there that's listening to me on YouTube, they may not know how hard it is to do it. And so they'll just jump out there and do it. So I get that. You got a certain level. Guys, I'll be honest with you, my first house I built, had I known what I know now, I probably would have been too afraid to jump out there. My ignorance in the field, in the construction industry, my ignorance was what allowed me to go out there and do it. But if I know what I know now, I probably would have been, it's just too many variables. And I was like, nah, it's not worth my time. I just go hire a builder. Well, that's what I'm doing, guys. I'm actually letting you know that, look, there is a lot that's going on in this building industry, especially if you try to build your own house. You got a lot of stuff to deal with, to have to do it one time. It's just too much. It's too much of an undertaking if you want to build I don't care if your house is 1,000 square feet or 800 square, it doesn't matter. It's just an undertaking. There's just a lot of variables that can go wrong. And this is why we hire builders. This is why I talk about all the stuff that I talk about on this channel, to let you know that there's a lot going on. Now, if you are a builder and you don't, well, I got two problems with this right here, guys. The number one problem is, if you got a problem with something that I do, pick the phone up and give me a call. Don't just not answer the phone. Let me know. See, I guess I'm just the type of person, man. I'm just in your face. I don't, I'm not passive aggressive at all. I'm very straightforward. I shoot it straight out. If there's something going on, I'm going to say it. Guys, and that's what I would think that every builder would be. Most builders are that way. They're just wired that way because of what they have to deal with in the field. But just let me know what it is, man, because I'm the only one that can fix problems that we have. If we got a problem, we got a communication problem, or there's something that you got an issue with me about, I'm the guy that can fix it. So let me know what it is. Number two, guys, if you are a builder, with the way things are changing in the industry and products and things like that, and you're stagnant, you don't want to change or learn anything new, you're not going to make it in this game. If you're a builder and you're not trying to learn the new innovative techniques, if you're not dealing with any software on your computer, guys, I can't make it without software. This right here, what I'm doing, there's no way in the world I can make it. You just can't get an Excel spreadsheet and expect to be able to keep up with everything. It's not going to happen. And then this same builder that I'm talking about, guys, every time he would call me, and I think what he was calling me for is to try to figure out the numbers and stuff, but when we talk, every time he'd talk to me, he's like, what the square footage cost? What's the square footage this? What's the square footage this? Guys, I started to think that this is the way you're calculating your quotes. And I keep telling these builders, you are not going to make it in this game simply by quoting people out square footage costs. You're not going to do it. You're not going to make it. If you just look at a house, and guys, the only reason that I do square footage costs is going to be for just to give them a ballpark range so they can go to the bank and make sure they got enough to secure the loan. But that square footage cost, if you're doing that for the house, you might be 30% off. 20 to 30, you can be off. You have to do line item to line item based on those plans and the scope of work that you're going to do in the code. That's what you got to do, guys. Now, there's nothing wrong with going in, looking at a line item and square foot, getting a square footage cost on that. Say, for instance, if you're looking at the concrete, the slab, I'm talking about the concrete slab for the basement, and you want to calculate the labor, the materials and all that stuff in and create a square footage cost on that, that's probably okay. And let that have its own line item. But when you're doing that whole house, each house is going to be different. The footprints are different. You better have some software that you can take those plans, if it's a PDF file, and calibrate it into that software so that you can pull measurements and things like that and get accurate costs on everything. But if you got a problem, man, guys, if you got a problem learning and expanding your mind into this building world and learning new stuff, AI is coming out and stuff like that, man. If you're that builder that you just want to do everything the way you've been doing it for 20, 30 years, or the way your dad and all those guys used to do it, you're not going to make it in this game. You're not going to make it in this game. It's not going to happen. And homeowners, man, you gotta, and speaking of these estimates and costs, these builders out here now, and that's why I try to reach out to them to try to guide some of these builders. Hey, look, man, you don't want to look at it like this. You need to look at it like this right here. I do that because I don't want these builders out here, because every African-American builder that goes out here, well, this is not an African-American builder. This is not a black and white thing, guys. Every builder that goes out here and get these costs wrong, or they do something wrong, or they didn't figure something out, it makes it tough and makes it hard on every other builder that's out there doing things right. That's what it does. And homeowners, you guys have got to just quit. Homeowners, let me let you homeowners know this right here too, guys. You can't just, most builders, and I've seen this right here several times, guys. There's a cost that it costs to build. And that's just, it is what it is. Now, we can tweak and allowances and budgets and things like that. We can try to control that stuff. But is it real? But at a certain point, even the budget and allowances have to be realistic. If I got a 3,000 square foot house, I can't say, well, your allowances for your appliances is going to be $2,000. That's probably not going to happen. That's not realistic. So you gotta be realistic, guys. Homeowners, most builders out here, they can almost quote you any price you want to have. If you say you want to be at 100,000, I don't know, you want to be at 100,000, they can probably make it at 100,000 when it probably should cost 120,000. I just had a job. I lost the job to another builder because I was probably about $10,000 more. I was $10,000 more, and guess what? It's going to end up costing them $10,000 anyway. $10,000. It's going to cost them what I said anyway. Come to find out, the builder who actually got the job, he went over there. He went out there and started the job and didn't pull any permits. He didn't pull any permits. And then once he pulled the permits, when he started fumbling around with the electrical stuff, he found out, hey man, you gotta bring all this stuff up to code. Just all the little stuff that you have in the house. So you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna end up costing more than what I said, probably, because they have to undo things now. We gotta have our stuff together, man. I just can't emphasize, man. Homeowners, you guys have got to start vetting these guys coming out here doing work. You got to vet them. If you're in Alabama, they got to have a home builder's license. Now the home builder's license is on their phone. They can put it on their phone. They make you scan the phone. They don't make the cars anymore. You scan it on their phone. Tell them everything you need to know about that builder. Call the licensing board here in Alabama. Find out whether or not these guys are legitimate. But I don't know, man. It just kind of perplexed me a little bit, man, when this guy kind of going back to this guy. Guys, especially builders, especially men, if you got a problem with somebody, don't go on no social media, sit down and, hey man, I give them a call. Hey man, I have a problem with you doing this right here, man, and then we can talk. We can talk about it. That don't mean I'm gonna change what I'm gonna do. Because I think that, yes, guys, I'm going to keep doing this YouTube. I'm going to keep telling people about how to do things and the best practices and things like that, because I think everybody needs to know this right here. There is no new lot. You can go on YouTube and find information for it, whatever it is you want to find out about. It ain't just me that's putting the information out here. Everybody's putting information out here. But that still doesn't take away the fact that people still need builders. And if you're a good builder, you should be able to say, hey, I saw that on YouTube, but this is how I look at it. This is my thoughts on it. You should have an opinion on it. But guys, like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. You guys have a good one.